Hi everyone, welcome back to Linda Libra Loca. I'm usually not glammed up like this, but I filmed a tutorial on a Christmas party makeup and it will be live tomorrow, and this is the leftovers with the false lashes. What I usually do and what I'm passionate about is sharing beauty tips and tricks for people with more mature skin, and this is today's topic. I want to talk about how to transition your skincare from fall to winter. Before we dive into the tips, I want to tell you what you're actually facing in winter, and for most of us that's dry, dull and irritated skin. Question is, why does that happen? The reason is obviously the cold. The air outside gets drier and there's more harsh winds. The amount of fatty acids, ceramides and cholesterol you have in your skin diminishes. And these are very important because they form the protective barrier in your skin that keeps the water inside your skin from evaporating. I have a whole video on this topic that I'm going to link up on the screen. Another thing this disrupted protective barrier does is that more stuff can enter your skin, which leads to irritation and a chronic state of inflammation. Another problem is that with the decrease in temperatures, the sebum that your skin naturally produces, which acts as an occlusive on your skin, doesn't flow as freely. It gets stuck in the pores more, which in combination with a decrease in natural exfoliation of the skin leads to blocked pores. And on top of that, it is missing as occlusive on the skin, which again leads to more water evaporating. Bottom line, what you get is dry skin, dehydrated skin, irritated and itchy skin, and blocked pores and breakouts. But of course, there are some things that you can do to make things better. First thing, and this is the most important thing, is go gentle with your skincare. Your skin is already missing oils and nutrients, and your skin is already irritated and under constant attack. So don't stress it any further. Switch to a gentle cleanser. Anything that says purifying or has clay in it should go to the shelf. I, for example, switched to this cleanser. This is the Oscar Perfect Cleanser, Nutri-Active Cleansing and Nourishing Balm. It contains shea butter, it contains humectant. It's really gentle. And I actually started using only this as my cleanse in the evenings, just once. Shock horror, I know I've been an advocate for double cleansing for many years. I've read a lot on this topic and I'm going to do a separate video on that. If you're interested, please tell me in the comments below why I decided to try this and if it worked for me, because it just started and I'm not sure yet. Another thing you should consider cutting back on is exfoliants. We do tend to exfoliate too often, and while you should not stop exfoliating, because as I said, the dead skin cells don't shed as easily in the cold, you should limit it to once, maybe twice a week, depending on your skin type. And something that I recommend the whole year round, but which is, I think, most important in winter, is switch to a chemical or enzymatic exfoliant. I personally use the ordinary salicylic acid twice a week, and on one evening pair it with a few drops of Pixie Glow Tonic for some glycolic surface exfoliation, because as you know, the salicylic acid works inside the pores, the glycolic works on top of the skin, and I feel like that's enough to keep my skin glowing but not over exfoliating. As I mentioned, your skin loses a lot of water, and to replenish that you need to focus on hydration. You need humectants in your skincare regime. There are several ones. The best known is probably hyaluronic acid. And my best tip, especially if your skin is more on the oily side and you don't want your skincare to feel too heavy, layer, multiple light layers. I go through a routine where I combine the Pixie Rose Glow Mist, followed up by a hyaluronic acid, again sandwiched in with the Pixie Rose Glow Mist, and then sealed in with the Inky List Q10, which contains humectants but also a few emollients to repair the skin's barrier. Another thing you might want to consider to increase the humidity in the air is to use a humidifier. I personally don't have one because I live in a really old house, so it's pretty humid here all year round. To battle the irritation in the skin, look for soothing ingredients like allantoin, aloe vera, and also to products that replenish the fatty acids, the cholesterol, and the ceramides to fill the gaps in your barrier. One thing that I've been loving for many years is the Balance Power D. It is incredibly expensive, but in my opinion, worth the price. The Inky List Q10 that I mentioned before contains squalane, which is great because squalane is a naturally occurring oil and is a precursor to cholesterol, so it will replenish that. I love the Klairs Freshly Juiced Vitamin E Sleeping Mask, which contains allantoin and ceramide, so it helps soothing, repairing, and hydrating my skin overnight. Depending on your skin type, you should definitely switch to a richer moisturizer, probably an oil-based one with many occlusives. If you're like me and really can't stand the feeling of heavy moisturizer on your face, I use my summer moisturizers and add a few drops of oil. Right now I combine the Asambeauty Vitamin E 24-hour smoothing cream with a few drops of the Inky List Rosehip oil, which is rich enough to keep the hydration in my skin but still doesn't feel heavy or like it's clogging my pores. I will have more product recommendations and all that on the blog, but I just don't want to sit here and hold up stuff. The last thing, and really important, is don't skip on your SPF. Your skin is much more vulnerable. Even if the sun isn't as strong as it is in the summertime, UVA, responsible for aging and hyperpigmentation, is present all year round. And I'm using the Klairs Soft Airy UV Essence. And that sums up my winter skincare tips. If you enjoyed, please consider subscribing so you don't miss any further uploads. And I'm going to see you all very soon with another video. Bye!